And I'm Meredith. I'm filling Diane Disbrow's ginormous shoes on this committee and leading it forward. She's going to be able to join us, I think, for the later half of the meeting, depending on how long we go. Okay, so I've got 11 o'clock on the dot, so we'll go ahead and get started. Hopefully you guys can all see the screen share with the agenda on it. We don't have a whole lot to cover today. So we'll get started. If there was anyone that was not a member of the committee that had something they wanted to bring forward, we've got the public comment section at the beginning. So I'll go ahead and hush for a moment and see if we have anybody for that.
I actually have a question that is sort of circulation adjacent.
Sure.
Does anybody know how long our contract is with Henry and when it expires? And a sort of subheading to that question is, has everyone been having as much trouble as we have with the courier service?
I do not know the answer to the contract timing offhand, but I know it's been discussed previously, but I can find it out and then share it out to the list.
Okay, and is that a decision that the executive committee makes, or does the circulation committee have any say in that?
I believe we can give input, but it's decided at the executive level. And I saw Ron Eifert just joined us. He probably knows more about that than I do. Ron, there was a question about the Henry contract for the courier and when that might be up and how the courier contracts get decided. I don't know if you had input on that. If not, I can research and find it out afterwards.
If not, it's no big deal. I just know that it seems like every single courier day I have to report some issue where they've brought another library's books, or they haven't shown up, or they've shown up 3 hours late. And I feel like that just is greatly affecting other libraries' abilities to get their patrons books, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, I just was curious.
This is Nate Byring at Trails, and I, from my understanding at least, I was of the understanding that who Mala contracted with was it more of a Mala decision.
Oh, okay.
I thought they kind of did that, and we all just work with Mala.
Okay.
Right. Well, I believe this is Liam with BLRL. I believe in the last membership meeting there was a discussion about it, and I believe it is through Mala, and I believe they put it out for bid. I'm not sure. It may be next year.
Okay.
When the contract's up, but I that was discussed in the membership meeting, I think, so we can probably look back and figure that out.
Okay. Well, I do report everything to Linda at Mala. I guess I would just encourage anybody else to do the same if they're also having the same kind of troubles.
Thank you. And I can double check and get confirmation on that timing as well too. I remember the discussion, but not the details, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. And for those of you who just joined us, if you can make sure that you are putting your name and the library that you're from in the chat, that'll help me with the attendance later on. And we are transitioning to new membership of the committee, and the decision was made to go ahead and expand it. So I think I'm having a complete list down here at the bottom of everybody that is a voting member on the committee. So if you should be there and you aren't, make sure to let me know. If you are there and your commitment have changed and it's not a role that you feel comfortable with, you can either let me know now if you feel comfortable doing so, or after the meeting, and we can make adjustments as needed. We used to be a smaller group and now we're a larger group. So yay.
My name is on there. I'm Molly, and Marshall is the library that I'm from. My last name is actually Johnson.
Oh, thank you. I will fix that right now. Much as we love our libraries, we don't want to be married.
That is true.
Okay, thank you. Okay. And as many of you attended, and just to give you the heads up with it, that We did have our open demo for Missouri Evergreen last week, and 13 libraries were represented at that awesome virtual event. There is a recording of it that I've got here on this agenda, and then I will send out with the minutes afterwards. This event was targeted to explain how we work and what we do to libraries that are not currently participating in Missouri Evergreen, and give them the oomph to come and join us and be part of our great endeavor. So if you do have contacts with an outside of Evergreen library that might be interested, this would be a great tool to point them to. And Steve Campbell sent out an awesome email that has supporting documents as well. And just to keep on your radar, that the Missouri Library Association conference is in St. Louis at the Hilton in Chesterfield. And there is a Evergreen Users Pre-Conference. Shannon sent out the agenda with everything that was going to be covered on it. I just wanted to highlight it here as well. The schedule is listed here for what we're going to cover. It is intended for those of us that are already on Evergreen, gives us a chance to all get together, mix and mingle, share what works for us and what doesn't work for us. And the early bird registration is August the 9th. The registration overall closes on the 18th. So does anybody have any questions about the pre-conference or anything? I'm also tied into MLA as well too, so I wear different hats. Okay. And we did have a discussion going on the email list about that HTML code snippet that was showing up on the user edit screen. That has been fixed and should not be appearing anymore. If it is, then we need to report it, but I believe it should be taken care of. And then this one was Diane put forward that there is a issue since the last update in the damaged billing that came up. When you go to when you go to mark an item as damaged, you basically just get the one choice to mark it as damaged. It puts, if you are a library that charges a processing fee, it puts the two fees together. So if the book is $25, the processing fee is $5. It shows as a $30 charge on the patron account. If you click on the item details, it will break those two pieces out, but they don't break out as individual charges on the bill list. So if you are another library system that, say, doesn't charge the processing fee and doesn't want to pass that on to your patron, you don't have the ability to just void that particular element and not the top one, if I'm making any sense. And Diane did send out a notice about it. There is a known bug in the Launchpad that relates to this matter. So I've got the link here for people that have the Launchpad accounts to go ahead and add some heat to it, and that will hopefully get it fixed in the next update. And we did not have a whole lot on the agenda for this meeting, so we are down to the other, and everybody is here in the room. So if you have questions or things to bring forward for discussion, like Darcy's excellent question earlier, now's the time. Okay, and if we have none, this will conclude the world's shortest Evergreen Circulation Committee meeting. And like I said, my name is Meredith. I work for the Jefferson County Library in Arnold. We're a little bit south of St. Louis. I'm taking over the chairmanship from Diane, but she is definitely waiting in the wings to always help. And she just had another commitment this morning. So feel free to reach out for me for anything circulation-wise. If I don't know the answer, I will do my best to find it out for you. And thank you guys very much. And send you off into your day unless anybody had anything else. Awesome. Thank you, everyone. Hopefully it's not too hot where you are.